So, one of the biggest main features I love to point out about our slow release liquid nitrogen fertilizer is the fact that it provides a slow, consistent release of nutrients to the plant over a long period of time. When you put a lot of traditional fertilizers on it or quick release, you lose a lot of nutrients because, number one, in Florida soils, they go right through the soil into the aquifer, and number two, the plant can only handle so many nutrients at one time, so they don't actually utilize all that fertilizer you're putting out, so you're wasting money. Mm-hmm. So with ours, you can jumpstart that spring growth because not only do they get that quick release of that fertilizer, but it's consistent, it stays in the ground for a while, and it's liquid applied. So instead of having to worry about your cattle out there, like if you apply the granules, the liquid applied not only does it go right onto the plant and directly absorb into the plant ground, but you can also put your cattle back on it the same day or the day after. And so that's one of the beauties of it. For proof, basically we point back to like a lot of the studies by the UF-IFAS. And what they've shown is that, the more nitrogen you can pump to a plant, the better off it does for several reasons, especially here in our kind of poor Florida soils. It grows faster, grows stronger, higher proteins, more nutrients within the plant. So by doing that and being able to give you a consistent release over a long period, we can ensure that your plants are growing longer, better, and faster.
Well, I'm definitely intrigued. Because like you were saying, in regards to the UF study, do you have a little more information on that, on what was specifically done about that study, in terms of the nitrogen being pumped in?
Yeah, a lot of what they did was they had slow release nitrogen fertilizer, both liquid and the granules, and they had fast and quick release nitrogen fertilizer. What they did is they put the quick release on the nitrogen fertilizer on the plants and the slow release, and both of them jump-started the plant growth. But over time, especially as we moved into the later months and we hit closer to summer and you're having to reapply fertilizer, we found you had to reapply more fertilizer with the granules more often than you did with the slow release. And you had about 5 to 9% better growth with the slow release because you had more nutrients getting to it over a longer period rather than that one giant burst and then it tapers off really fast. With ours, it's like a 5-hour energy. It goes up and then it comes down slowly. This one goes peaks and then drops and then you got to reapply. So that's why that's what the studies were basically at UF-IFAS, and part of the reason why we love this product here is to jumpstart your spring growth.
Okay, now let's just assume that I give you my account. What is the first thing that you do?
First thing I do is I go look at the situation with you, and we go look at the best way and most efficient way to apply it to your land. So basically what we're going to do...
So it's not a cookie cutter scenario.
No.
Each one is personalized. I like that a lot. Yeah.
We customize the solution to the problem. In other words, we're not selling used cars where it's just trying to get the commission. We come in and we're here to provide solutions to your agricultural problems. That's what our company does. And we just do it with our fertilizers, chemicals, and ag technology. So we'll come in and we'll look and we'll do soil tests and soil samples, and that'll determine how much of it we need to apply per acre, how often we should use it, and then the best ways to apply it. Do we need to apply it when the ground is wet? Do we need to apply it when it's dry? Those different things. So it's customized and tailored to each individual customer.
Okay, perfect. Well, so it sounds like from what you're saying, at least it's a lot, even though the price is more than, like, say, one of your competitors, it's definitely more bang for your buck. And I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of man that if I'm going to pay for something, I want to get every dollar I earn out of it, and that's something that I definitely see for the potential of your company.
Absolutely, and part of it too is you're saving. Our product may be a little bit more expensive up front, but a lot of what you're doing is you're buying quality and you're buying long term. So you don't have to reapply as often. It stays in the ground longer, and it's easier to apply, or it's as easy as your other ones, and it mixes in with liquid. So you're not having to apply as much, so you're saving fuel, you're saving wear and tear on your tractor, and you're doing it through a liquid system, which means it's very easy to clean, very easy to maintain and take care of, and you don't have to worry about dumping large amounts of it onto the soil that create what we like to call a fertilizer dump, and then dropping straight into the aquifer, because you're applying even consistent amounts of mist basically over your plants. So, as we talk about this, do you have any other objections, or do you have any questions that I can answer for you?
I think you have. Well, I do have one final question for you.
Okay.
Are you ready to get this account?
It's one of those things where when I go in and talk to a new customer and talk to a new client, we do our spiel, we have our features, and we have our benefits. But to finish off at the end of the day, the only question I have left to ask you then is how much do you want, when do you want it here, and also, you're not just getting a fertilizer with our company. You're getting a fertilizer, and you're getting me. And you're getting the company behind that to back us up. All the way from Macon, Georgia, to the guys in Vero Beach. So you're not just buying a fertilizer when you get this account, you're buying a company basically. So that's part of the reason why we love to do that, and we'd love to have you work with us. Anyway.
One final question.
Absolutely.
When can you start?
Tomorrow. Anyway.
Congratulations, Mr. Harrison.
Thank you so much, Mr. Houck. It's great to meet with you again today.
And tomorrow we'll start on the evaluations of the field, and I can get your opinion, expert opinion, on what needs to be done first.
Absolutely, and we'll start with talking numbers and figure out how much you need. Anyway, it's great to meet with you. Thank you so much for
No
your time
problem.
today.
Thank you for coming in, and I look forward to working with you.
Absolutely.